What's up? My name is Matthew Stratton, helping you create music, and on this channel, I like to do setup videos, tutorials, and overviews, just like this one. If you're new here, consider subscribing. So in this video, I want to talk about getting good guitar tone inside of your MPC Live, okay? So you may or may not know, but the MPC Live does not have any instrument level inputs, okay? So whenever you plug your guitar in there, you can do it, and you can get a signal. But the thing is, it's going to kind of mess with your tone a little bit, okay? And I did illustrate this on a previous video, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put an info card whenever I'm done with the stream, so you can go ahead and check that out. But you can see here, I have the Behringer Guitar GI-DI. It's the V tones. It's basically what it does is I could put my guitar right here in this input, okay? And then you can see right here, this is actually a microphone cable. So that microphone cable is actually coming out of that direct box, or the, tone modeling box, okay? And that's going into my MPC Live. So that's going to give it a nice strong signal, and it's going to sound more like a guitar should sound whenever you plug it into something. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put an empty project in here. All right, and what I'm going to do as well is go ahead and go to my audio tracks. All right, and then I'm going to put my headphones on, okay? So you can see here, there's a few options. So basically, this is like a stomp box. And this thing costs $30, 30 US American dollars, okay? And then I also bought, you can see right here, I have something I've plugged into it to give it power. It's like a 9-volt DC adapter or AC adapter. And that actually goes right in there and it gives it power, okay? And you just basically, you push the button, you can see it turns it on. All right, so let me keep it off. All right, so whenever it's off, your guitar signal actually passes through this microphone cable, which is a balanced cable, and that's going into my MPC. And then that's going to give you just the straight guitar signal with no effects, with no amp modeling or anything like that. Okay, so you could still get a nice clean signal if you want, and then put effects on it afterwards that way. So let me go ahead and give you an example of this. All right, so you can see here, all right, I got my guitar. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and play this thing, okay? So you notice when I play it, okay, there's no signal coming in. So what I have to do is go over here to the audio tracks and go ahead and monitor it. And also, you may want to do this beforehand, but set your input. So I have this, the line going out here is going into input 1. All right. Now you can hear the guitar's got a signal, okay? All right, and you can see the red light's not on, so that means the signal's just passing through, okay? And then you can see right here, I got the guitar cable, okay? And that's coming out of my guitar into the input, okay? And then the microphone cable is going out into the MPC. Then I have the volume turned up on the input on the back of the MPC, okay? All right, so there you go, all right? So I basically am just monitoring on this right here. And this is what the guitar signal is with no amp modeling or anything like that. So if I push this on, and I have everything in the center, mind you. So all my knobs are boom, right in the center, okay? So when I turn that on, you can already hear the signal is affected. Now, I want to turn the drive down to begin with, so you kind of get a cleaner signal, okay? And then I got my amp right here on tweed. I got my mod on clean. My mic is on classic, okay? And there is a ground lift here. I'm just going to keep it on off. Okay, so that's a pretty good signal. That's comparable to what it was without it on. So you can definitely hear there's a change in the tone though. There's like no effect, okay? effect. All right, so what I want to do is basically just start messing with the amp mods so we can see what kind of tones we can get. All right, so it's on tweed, it's on clean, and then the mic right here, the mic mode's on classic. So let me just change the amp to Brit. All right, and then I could put it on Caliph. All right, so that's kind of the different amps that are on there, okay? So let me go ahead and mess with the mod, okay? So I want to keep the amp on tweed. I want to put that right there on high G. All right, clean, high G, and then hot. All right, so that's on tweed, and you got the Brit. All right, Brit clean, high G, and then hot. All right, you got different distortion effects, okay? So clean. Okay, let's put the mic on center clean on the tweed amp. All right, and then off axis. All right, so there you go. Now at this point, I'm just gonna mess with it. Put it on Brit, high G, center. Get a nice distortion. Turn up the drive. All right, there we go. Let me go ahead and get my guitar right here in a good position. I want to drive it hot. That's with the treble, bass. All right, so you can hear you get different kind of sounds on it. So what I want to do basically what I'm going to do at this point is I just want to record some guitar in there so we can hear it actually come back. So right now I'm just putting the signal in the MPC and monitoring it, okay? So what I'm going to do is actually record it in there. But to do this, what I want to do is if I go to the menu here, or the browser, shift menu, and that's going to take you to the browser, to some of the expansions here. It's going to load up this first, acoustic kit. All right, this way I can put some drums in there and I have something to play to. So then once I load that up, what I want to do is, if you press right here, that's going to give you some sequences. You may or may not know this, okay? But this is just a good way to load something up. If you don't want to program anything out right away, you could just load up like a pre-made sequence. So I'm just going to load the first one. All right. And so if I go over here, go back to my MIDI, I got the acoustic kit, and right in here, I have the sequence. Okay. So I'm going to play that. All right. So this is what the drums are. Okay. Now, say you didn't want that roll in there, you could just shorten the sequence a little bit. All right. All right, I'm just going to put it on 2 bars. You know, actually, I'll put it on 4 bars, and I'll put the track length on 8 beats. Now you can hear right there, no drum roll, okay, but the sequence is actually 4 bars now. All right, so that's going to give me something to play to. All right, hello everybody in the chat. Gordon Reed, Asker Zainal, excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. All right, now you can hear, basically sounds like I have my guitar plugged into an amp. So if I turn up the volume knob on my guitar, you can hear that noise in there, okay? Now this is bypass. There's no noise. All right. So what I'm gonna do is play that for a second. All right, so you know I could go ahead and just come up with something and just record it in there. But for right now, I'm just going to record like a power chord, like just an E power chord, so we can see it in here. So when I tap that waveform, now we can see the audio right there. All right, so you can see right here if I look at my cue links, right here, the zoom is actually going to be this cue link here. All right, so check it out. If I push record and play start, actually before I do that, I need to arm the track for recording. Push record, play start. All right, now you can hear that. You can't hear the guitar. So what I'm going to do is take overdub off, take monitor and put it on auto. All right, so you can see right there, got the guitar already recorded. So now let's say you want to put another track, okay? So you can have up to 8 different audio tracks. So say I wanted to put another track with another guitar on it. What I'm going to do is actually go back to the main and push this plus symbol. That's going to give me audio track 2. So when I go over here, now there's no audio. So now let's say I just wanted to play this note. So I can arm that, go ahead and push record and then play start. Now, I need to put that on monitor. That was my bad. So let me go ahead. And also on top of that, certain things you got to do. All right, let me go ahead and erase that. I want to put the input on input 1 because that's what I have the guitar going into. Now, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and push play. So let's say I wanted to record that. So what I can do, since it's already armed, got the correct input, all right, it's going to push record here and then play start. All right. Now you can hear I got two different guitars in there, you know, two different audio tracks, and I got the drums in there. All right, and now the guitar where I'm getting all that tone from is this Behringer V tone, and I'm able to plug this. This thing costs $30. Okay, like I said, you could find a link in the description. So this thing costs $30, and I'm able to just plug this thing right into the MPC and get that sound. So yeah, I'm actually really digging that. So this is probably maybe the third time that I've used this thing, and you know, I think it's working out pretty well. So let me go ahead and try something else here. So what I'm going to do, copy this sequence over. Copy this sequence over to 2. Just try something different. All right. So what I'll do is go back to my audio tracks here. Then I'll just erase right there. Erase right there. See what kind of other tones we can get. All right. So you can hear I'm playing the guitar. There's no audio, and I got the volume knob up. Okay. So what I got to do, since I have the monitor on audio already, just push that right there. Okay. So this is like a stop box, like I was saying. So once I hit that button, it turns off all the effects, all the modeling effects. So what I'm going to do at this point is turn on the modeling effects, kind of reset everything, and try to get a different tone. Turn the drive down a little bit. Level down. Now, this is pretty much the clean tone to the thing. All right, and so basically once I get off of the tweed amp, you know, gives me a lot of distortion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mess with the tweed amp. All right. Now let me go ahead and insert some of the new audio effects that we have available on the 2.4 update. So I'm going to go into Air Music Technology, and I really like certain effects, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put, let's say, a multi-chorus. See what this sounds like. So let me go ahead and go back to my main for a second. Change the tempo. So I'm just gonna record that in there. All right, so I'll go over, I'm already on my audio tracks, I'll go here, okay. Yeah, let's go with that. So I'll go ahead and push record here. Actually, let's play to it a couple of times. Let's record something like that just to test it out, see what it sounds like. All right. I can go in and change the effects around. Let's mess with the presets for a second. You know, come into the effects, maybe mess with the delay. So I got a delay here. Let's try that. All right, there you go. So now I hope you can see that you can actually get, a good sound into the MPC Live. All right, and let me go ahead and put the guitar down for a second here. So I got a question in the chat. I just want to address it really fast. So the question is, let's see, it says, is the MPC Live better for a beginner than the Force? I mean, that's kind of, if you're a beginner, then you probably aren't used to anything. So, I mean, I think either one would be fine. But they do have similarities between both of them. But in the end, it's going to come down to workflow, what your goals are, things like that. I do think the Force at this point needs a couple updates to as far as like being able to create songs in song mode, stuff like that. All right, I don't want to get too deep into this. This video is about the MPC Live. I think the MPC Live is great, okay? I think this is a great option. And there's a lot of talk about the Force. And the Force does have the instrument inputs already, but you got to think you're paying $300 extra for the inputs. And so if you already have an MPC Live, it might not be worth it to sell your MPC Live for $750, $800 and then make up the money and try to get a Force when, if you're just after like instrument or mic inputs, when you can buy something that's $40 and you can get a guitar to go right into your MPC Live and get good guitar sounds. So, if you're brand new, I still have to work with it a little bit to kind of give a real, definitive answer to that. But, it is what it is. So there you have it. All right. So getting a guitar sound into the MPC Live with a Behringer V-Tone. Like I said, I'll put a link for this in the description. So you can go ahead and check it out. You can look it up and, do more research about it if you have the MPC Live, okay? Or if you're thinking about getting the MPC Live, just remember, you can get guitar tone into it if you want to get guitar into it, or your bass, or any kind of instrument that way. If you want to do vocals, you can get a, inexpensive preamp for like 50, 60 bucks for your microphone and plug that in there. It has 2 line inputs, so maybe put a mic in one and a guitar in other and then record it out. All right. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. And that's, there you have it there. That's the guitar. In this, let me get the full name here. Let me show you right here. This is the guitar GDI21 V-Tone guitar amp modular driver DI. All right, it's a long name, but there you have it. My name is Matthew. Continue to create music, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.